Okay, so write an equation for the inverse function and then state the domain and range of f and f inverse. So here is the function. We need to find out the inverse. So always, if you would like to find out the inverse, always change this f of x to y. So that's the first step. Write down the function as a y. 4 minus 7, 7th root of x minus 2. And then the second step is switch, just exchange x and y. So for the y, just write down x, and for the x, just write down y. Now third step would be solve for y here. Solving for y means you bring the y term on the left side, the x term on the right side. So by doing this, let's subtract x and then add 7th root of y minus 2, 7th root of y minus 2, both side. If you do that, on the left side there will be 7th root of y minus 2, and on the right side there will be 4 minus x, because this and this will be cancelled out, this x and this x will be cancelled out. So there is a 7th root. Now our goal is to solve for y. That's only possible if we take 7th power both side. By doing that, this 7th root and this 7th power will be cancelled out on the left side, and on the right side there will be 4 minus x to the power 7. So we need to solve for y, for finding the y, the function, the inverse function. So add 2 both side, and that will give us y equal 4 minus x to the power 7 plus 2. So this final y would be the inverse function we're looking for. So we're going to replace this y by inverse. Okay, and that's what I'm going to type it here. 4 minus x to the power 7, and what is that, plus 2, plus 2. That's the inverse. Okay, now what's the domain of f? As you can see, that domain for is, odd index, the domain is all real number. So that means you go from negative infinity to positive infinity. For the odd root, like 7th root, there is no restriction. So domain is all real number. So what's the range of f? If you try to plot the graph of this thing, the range would be, again, it's all the real number. So it goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. Think about cube root function. You will have the same kind of, the graph for the 7th root, the same kind of range and domain. And now, what is the, now, the domain of f is actually the range of f inverse, and the range of f is actually the domain of f inverse. So they are same thing. So it should be again from negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay, from negative infinity to positive infinity. So we are just switching the information, but here in this case it's the same negative and positive infinity. That's why we don't have any problem here. Okay.